My name's Bruce Ross, and I come from a background of being a scientist in medicine, also worked in pharmaceuticals and then into the IT industry and also small business, so I've got quite a varied background. And I thought that I'd spent a lot of time in software development and data analytics in the latter years, and I thought I had the right sort of skills that I thought I could really make a go at algo trading. So my interest started actually a long time ago, about 15 years ago, more or less as a hobby, but I didn't start to take it seriously until 2017, about 4 years ago. My approach has evolved over that time. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I think anyone who comes into this field really needs to expect they are going to make a lot of mistakes early on. But gradually I built my expertise up and to get me to where I am today. So I incrementally built a portfolio of algorithms, and the TradeView do really stress having a portfolio is really what's going to make you successful. I now have about 8 entry conditions with a number of trade management methods, and my current portfolio trades on 28 charts, FX pairs and indices, and it's low risk and it's reasonably well balanced in terms of diversification. So I've got to a point now where I'm happy running on quite a significant amount, well, in my terms, of live money. About 70% of the ideas in that Algo portfolio really came from TradeView. So they've really given me a tremendous boost that I wouldn't have been here today if it wasn't for them, basically. Early on I was just did an internet search basically, and I found this company called TradeView that were an algorithmic trading firm, and I thought, well, that's a tick. Then they were based in Melbourne, where I'm based, so that was kind of handy. And then I looked further into their website, and they offered educational materials as well. So not only were they a proprietary algorithmic trading firm, but they offered a way for them to share their knowledge with me, so I could actually get a bit of a leg up, if you like, into the industry. And Rob, with his 20 years experience in trading and building this firm based around algo trading, it seemed to be the right place to come to really learn about the whole area. The fundamental is you can't become an algo trader on your own, right? You need education, you need to be led by professionals who have experience, who know what they're doing, and I chose them really because they had a variety of education. They had the in-person workshops where you could spend time with the traders, them taking you through just about the whole area, about how the markets work, as well as actually building algos and the philosophies that they use to try and build algorithms. Then there's the online videos, which are really valuable, where they give, hints and ideas that if you are persistent enough and have enough intelligence, you can actually turn them into algorithms that make money. And they are concepts and strategies that they use in their live algorithms as well. So it's, no one is, some people I think expect someone to give you an algorithm, not giving you the algorithm, but really the guidance and the ideas, and then it's up to you to build from there. And of course the annual Algorithmic Trading Conference, again, really convenient. I don't have to fly anywhere. I'm here in Melbourne, but they've, for me, this made it really easy. And they bring, we'll talk about this later, but they bring just world leaders in trading from around the world, and it's great to hear from those sort of people. The main thing I learnt was how a professional algo trading firm do what they do. And that's absolutely critical if you want to come into a field, as I said, if you really don't know much about that field. Risk management, extremely important, diversification, portfolio building, and as I said, for me the most important part was giving me hints around strategies that I could use with a lot of effort, that in the end they actually do work. If you can get through all the effort and use all your abilities, yeah. I'd have to say failures are many. I had a strategy in the early stages, and I thought that it was good to have a combination of trading approaches, if you like. Maybe mix some discretionary trading maybe buy some algorithms, buy access to signal services. At the same time, I started to build my algorithmic trading capability. And that turned out to be pretty disastrous, to be honest. Building my algos took a long time in terms of learning and how to effectively put a portfolio together. So I thought in the meantime, those other things would help, build my capital or get me to understand trading better. And probably what I should have done is actually not done that other stuff and just focused on the algorithmic trading side and learning it. But I guess I was a little bit impatient. But my success really started when I stopped doing all that other stuff and I just devoted it entirely to algorithms, found a bit more patience in terms of my trading, going live with algorithms that I'd thoroughly back tested and forward tested and made sure they were really robust. And also, obviously TradeView gave me all of those concepts around not just portfolio, but risk management as well, which I can't stress enough is one of the keys to the whole success in building an algorithmic portfolio and being successful in the long term, having your capital long term and having your capital growing. The risk management piece, I think, is one of the most important things I've learned from TradeView. Really, my message to people who want to get into this area, I've really got two messages for them. One, it's really hard to get to a point where I'm at, where you've got a portfolio of algorithms that you can trade reliably and at low risk. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take you a while. No one's going to hand you a wonderful algorithm to make you rich. You're going to have to do it yourself. And you need a lot of persistence and intelligence to get there, right? So just be prepared that it's a journey that's going to take you a little while, right? And a lot of effort. It doesn't come fast. But the second one is, and this is where TradeView comes in, is you need people who've done this before to train you and educate you. You won't get anywhere without that at all. They've got so much experience here in this area, and I've found their information and their approach has always been honest and always reliable, which in some ways in this industry is hard to find. There's a lot of very shady people who are doing this stuff, but that's one thing. They're very honest and they're very reliable in information. They don't tell you you're going to get rich overnight, and they really do inform you of the risks of trading and make sure that you stay on target with the way the professionals approach it in the industry, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to approach it as a professional, and I couldn't have come to a better place in terms of their professionalism and their approach. But keep in mind it's also not for everyone as well. But if you really want to give it a go, I think you really should come here and find out what it's all about at least. I think certainly to continue to build the portfolio further. I mean, it's good now, but in some ways you can never have enough diversification in terms of strategies and diversification in terms of the types of products you trade. It's going to make the whole portfolio more robust and more stable over time. But in terms of actually trading on our money, I'm actually not sure. I mean, the first objective is to be financially self-sufficient. That would be my first objective. Next would be to trade other people's capital to generate more income for myself, I suspect. But I'm not sure what that looks like right now. Whether it's working for a fund or whether it's working for a high net worth individual, I don't have a clear view on that. But the first step is to get me financially self-sustainable and prove the portfolio I have to others that it actually works. Yeah, so I went to the 2017, 2018 and 2019 Algo Conferences. The speakers were very highly respected global people in the trading industry, the sort of people who, cover of Time magazine or written books, 2 world trading champions. We had many people who'd managed funds of more than 100 million, maybe more than $200 million, telling us about not just about their story, but also about some of their strategies, the ideas, how they got there. And I think hearing from those people, and they shared a trading strategy with us as well. I've used some of those in my algorithms. Some of them are there, some of them are not. But you get ideas from all sorts of places, and these people were really good people to interact with, to give you a realistic understanding of what it's like to really do this professionally and do it with fairly large funds as well. Yeah.